Hey, there we go. Alright, after a long wait. I'm joking, but yeah. Let's go again! Everybody doesn't like Natland because it doesn't conform to African tradition. But even if it was dark-skinned, people would still complain it because the Genshin community has become super toxic. They were always toxic. But there are nice sections to it. And that's the same with any community. Doo-doo. I like Natland. My wife does not like Natland. Mainly because of what they did with Mahiko, where Mahiko only works best with Natland characters. She wanted somebody to support her Ganya. And Ganya is not a Natland character, so... She wanted a Pyro character. Imagineer theorem. Are you serious? Why do I gotta do this again? Gosh darn it. Wait until 2 days later, even though the... Okay, whatever. Anyways. Be like 8 o'clock on this day.
Going into a trance is risky for most.
It's been 2 whole days. Surely Hu Tao must have finished her work by now. Let's go to the funeral parlor and check. It's us again!
Hello, you two. I'm so sorry, but if you're looking for the director, I'm afraid she still hasn't returned.
What? She still isn't back after 2 whole days?
Not exactly, but it's not unheard of. The director is unpredictable sometimes. She's been known to disappear for up to 2 weeks.
Okay, well in that case, a couple of days isn't a huge deal. Hu Tao will be Hu Tao.
Hey, I spy a traveler in the Paimon. Man, how long's it been? Happy Lantern, right?
Oh, hey, Gaming.
That's a shame I can't hear Gaming's voice. Dang.
So, what brings you here?
Gotta make a delivery to Shenyu Vale. Works out nicely because my dad's eager for me to get home for the holidays anyways. So, 2 birds with 1 stone.
Hold on. A delivery from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor to Chenyu Vale? Is this for the Feiyun Commerce Guild by any chance?
Wait, what? You've been learning fortune telling or something. How could you know that?
No. We just ran into Xingqiu a couple of days ago, so he told us the news.
You scared me there for a second. I thought you sprung a leak. And on the one job that we were specifically told has to be extremely hush-hush. But it sounds like you found out from another source, so we're all good. Miss Undertaker, is everything ready to be loaded up? If so, I'll do a quick inventory count and then we'll be on our way.
The goods are ready for inspection. This way, please.
Wait, Gaming! The last we heard, Baiju was still trying to figure out a way to help Xingqiu's great-grandfather. So, did it not work then?
Oh, the Baiju part is news to me. But anyways, the master from the Feiyun Commerce Guild said they just want to ship some items back home to get ahead of the situation. I guess they're hoping for the best and planning for the worst. So don't worry, there's still hope.
Ah, gotcha. Hey, Traveler, do you think we should go see Xingqiu?
No. Before you run off on a wild goose chase, Master Jingqiu's already back home in Chenyu Vale. He and his brother made the trip together, something about checking if any repairs are needed at the family home.
That doesn't sound promising. Yeah, he's sure to know what's going on.
Alright, well, I better get going. Next time, we're going for dim sum!
Baiju, what are the chances? We were just about to go looking for you.
A most curious coincidence. He was searching for you, too.
I was indeed. Traveler, there's a situation I need your help with. No, his condition is stable for now. This is a different situation. It's about Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi? What's wrong with her? Has she passed out too?
She still hasn't come back from her herb gathering trip. It was 2 days ago that she left, and she was supposed to return the same day.
Oh, maybe all the mountain climbing slowed her down. Or maybe she got bored of work and turned it into a vacation.
Given Chi-Chi's unique condition, we always make sure to write the agreed return time in her notebook.
There's also a rule in the notebook which says, not finding herbs, okay. Getting home late, not okay. But she's now over a day late and still no sign of herbs.
Yikes! Has this ever happened before?
Never, hence our concern that something has happened to her. So we posted a commission at the Adventurers Guild yesterday.
But I've dealt with many adventurers in the past, and they don't always fill me with confidence. So I'm not comfortable leaving the search for Chi-Chi to them alone.
Neither am I. Just this morning, some of the adventurers were back already saying they found the place where Chi-Chi went missing. Got spooked because it was haunted. Needless to say, they did not catch a glimpse of Chi-Chi herself.
In short, right now, you are the only person I feel I can trust completely. Wuwang Hill, in the Qingsa mountain range.
Qingsa again, huh?
Indeed. It's looking increasingly likely that something untoward has happened up there. I saw 2 new patients yesterday. Their symptoms were identical to those present in Timaeus and his lordship.
Yep, finding Chi-Chi is the #1 priority right now. We'll update you as soon as we can.
Thank you both. I'm counting on you.
Alright then. Is that one on the hill? Yeah. The one to the left has a boar that attacks you immediately. What I mean by that is this.
Let's fly.
Is it just Paimon, or is this place creepier than ever. Paimon really hopes Chi-Chi's okay.
Pyroclastic surge!
Look! It's another one of Lan Yan's rattan figures! Does that mean she's been here? Just what are they up to? Oh, Paimon's got it! They came here to go ghost hunting! The people from the Adventurers Guild did say Wuwang Hill was haunted. Hutown knows all about ghosts, and Lan Yan's rattan figures have all those witness sigils on them. So she must know what she's doing too. One second. Oh, okay. Hear Paimon out. Chi-Chi's a zombie, so her joints are stiff. That means she can't run too fast, and so she must have gotten kidnapped by a ghost. All right then. Well, let's keep looking for clues. We'll see who's right soon enough. Huh? What was that sound? Ah! Ghost incoming!
Hold up, it's me.
Yelan! What are you doing here? We were told this place was haunted. Well, guess it kinda was, just not by ghosts apparently.
That's right. I managed to scare off a few rookie adventurers, but it looks like you're not so easy to spook. Anyway, don't go any further. There's danger up ahead.
But we have to find Chi-Chi! She went missing around here and she could be in danger.
I'm aware of the situation. My contacts in an Adventurers Guild filled me in. I found a nerve gatherer's basket partway up the mountain, possibly belonging to Chi-Chi, but I don't think she's here anymore.
Huh. What makes you so sure?
Because I scoured this whole place looking for clues. That's how I know that the immediate area is safe. But beyond this point, I can't be sure. Now I'm investigating the unknown disturbance here. About a month ago, the Ministry of Civil Affairs noticed an unusual spike in the number of elderly people seeking medical care in Qingxi Village. Plus, they all seem to be suffering from an unknown illness.
Baiju noticed that too. He's convinced that something's up in Qingxi Village.
Actually, we discovered that the source of the problem isn't Qingxi Village itself, but where we are now, Wuwang Hill. But the village isn't far from here, and the elderly residents are particularly vulnerable, which is why they've borne the brunt of it.
Huh. The plot thickens. Probably. If only we knew where the heck they'd gone.
I might have an idea.
Really? So where are they?
Somewhere difficult to reach. For now, you should come with me. We need to speak with Ningguang.
What? Why?
Don't act so surprised. I just shared top secret information with you. Surely you didn't think I would let you walk away.
What are you gonna do?
I'm kidding. Ningguang is well aware of the situation with Director Hugh. And everything I've seen suggests that Lanlian and Chi-Chi have ended up in the same place as her. Come on, Ningguang will explain everything. In the past, I would have said no way. I mean, I'd be happy to join you, but I'm not about to tell my crew they won't get to go home for the festival this year. That goes without saying, unlike what I hope you're going to say next. Sure have a way with words. Alright, fine. It's yes. The Gate of Fright. Guyan Stone Forest. Yeah, I'll handle it. I knew I could count on the great Captain Baido to answer the call of duty. Say the compliments. Just make sure you pay my crew properly. It's lantern rate, so they're expecting 5 times their usual rate. The deal is sealed, and then the trap is sprung. Well, you got me now. So what about your share, How much will that rob me of? Oh, please. Firstly, no one can rob the Ting Quan. Not even me. And secondly, keep my share. It's my gift to you. Go buy yourself a new hairpin with it. Saves me a trip to the market, right? Grr. Oh, hey, Traveler and Paimon.
Ahoy there, Captain Beto!
Ah, little Paimon, that bright-eyed enthusiasm is exactly what Ningguang needs. She's conscripting you, by the way. Got some real back-breaking work lined up for you.
What?
Sorry, I gotta dash. See you around, folks. Oh yeah, and happy lantern, right? Elon, was that the opera singer in the background? Elon clearly knows me well. She's brought you two here without me needing to say a word. Beto said you were conscripting us? Beto never passes on an opportunity to wisecrack at my expense. She's not exactly wrong, is she? Traveler and Paimon have actually been there before. That makes them the perfect candidates.
Been where? Where's there?
I know you're looking for someone, and I don't wish to waste your time, so I'll get right to the point. From what I understand, Director Hu Tao, Miss Chi-Chi, and Miss Lanyan are currently stranded inside the border.
Border? The border? That border?
Yes, that border. The border between life and death.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! When did you find out about the border? Wait, and how did you know we'd been there before?
Come on.
Oh, right. Literally your job to know that kind of stuff. Fair enough. Good job.
Time is limited, so I can't go into full detail. But let me give you a brief bit of a background on the current situation. 1 month ago, the Ministry of Civil Affairs became aware of unusual illness affecting the elderly of Qingxi. A couple of weeks later, Director Hu came to report a potential disturbance in the border. The Ministry of Civil Affairs investigated and, sure enough, found an ominous presence on Wuhang Hill. Then 3 days ago, Hu Tao came to us again. Hey, that is the opera singer. Huh. Came to us again, this time to update us that she was now ready to go to the border and investigate the situation in full. We had agreed to meet again yesterday, but she failed to show up. That's when I sent Yilin to investigate further. Director Hu's last known location was Wuang Hill. Same goes for Chi-Chi and Lanlan. I'm about 90% sure all 3 of them are stuck in the border.
If even Hu Tao can't get out, there must be something seriously wrong.
Now that you know the situation, are you willing to travel to the border and rescue Hu Tao and company? Your prior experience exploring that realm makes you our best hope.
Of course! If our friends are in trouble, we'll help however we can. But there's one problem. Last time we went to the border, Hu Tao led the way. We don't know how to get there on our own.
You can seek assistance from the conqueror demons at Wang Shuan. He will show you the way.
Oh, Xiao, of course!
Yilan was preparing to travel to the border herself before you two entered the picture, so naturally he has been briefed on the situation. This rescue mission is of the utmost importance. Director Hu must be brought back safe and sound. Then I'll wait here for the good news. We got lucky. If I'd gone, I don't know what my chances would have been. But don't go putting your feet up just yet, Elon. I'm afraid I have another mission for you. Yeah, I figured that might be the case. What's the situation? The gate array. We've now found the locations of the gates of life, concealment, fright, and injury. Is that right? Kaching and Ganyu are all handling the gates of life and concealment, and Captain Baidu has agreed to take the Crux fleet to guard the gate of fright. That leaves the gate of injury. I've racked my brains, and other than the Conqueror of Demons, I can't think of anyone more suitable for this one than you. Oh. I see. It's in the chasm. That's right. As for the remaining 4 gates, we are working to calculate their positions based on what we know of the array so far. Shouldn't be take long now. When I last saw Director Hugh, she said that if worst comes to worst, activating the 7 and 8 gates array may be our only option. But if you have doubts, I would like to hear them. I don't know how much about this magic array, but does it involve obfuscating one of the people involved? That is what troubles me too. Let's continue this discussion another time.
Xiao, you're already here!
It's you too? Where's Elon? Do you have any idea how dangerous this mission is?
We'll be fine! Danger's never stopped the Traveler before, has it?
The border between life and death is a treacherous place at the best of times, and the recent disturbances will only make it more so. You will face great peril at every step of the way.
Exactly! Plus, we made a promise to Ningguang.
Please go back and tell them to send Yilon instead.
What? Are we not good enough?
I would feel more comfortable sending Yilon. She is privy to a secret art practiced by her clan, plus she has extensive experience in battle. If anything was to happen to the Traveler.
Oh, so you're just worried for his safety. Wait, but he has extensive experience in battle too. Come on, think of something.
We promised Zhongli we would go.
Huh? What do you...
Show Xiao the Rex coin from Zhongli.
Oh, yeah. So, this is a protective talisman that Zhongli gave us. It even has the symbol of Rex Lapis on it, see? He said we'd better get Hu Tao back, safe and sound, or there will be consequences.
Your attempts to mislead me are futile. That coin is clearly a counterfeit. Carries only the symbol of Rex Lapis and none of his power.
Oh, drat! Zhongli swindled us!
I fear the bad karma I carry would only disturb the border further. So while I can show you the entrance, I cannot venture inside with you.
Oh, so that's what this is about? You're worried that you won't be able to rescue us if something bad happens, huh? Paimon can understand, but still. Right! Hu Tao understands the border better than anyone. Without her, no one has a clue how to handle this situation. Yep, that makes us the second most experienced border goers after Hu Tao.
Very well, then hold tight.
Whoa, that was fast.
The border should be nearby.
So, do you know the spell to open the border?
No. Balancing the forces of life and death has always been the Wangshang funeral parlor's domain. I am not familiar with their craft. But since the border has been disrupted, Vitor is leaking out. We simply need to find where the leak is. That will be your entrance.
That was amazing! So you can see Fetter?
With my... oh. Fetter? With my Adeptus perception, I can sense the presence of the abnormal. Whether it's Fetter or not, we shall soon see soon enough. Let's go.
Monsters!
This is the place.
Looks like it was Fetter you saw back there after all.
As I said earlier, this is as far as I can accompany you, or I risk doing more harm than good. You'll be on your own from here. Lean your head in for a second.
Huh? What did you do?
Placed a witness sigil on your forehead so you can share my powers of perception. Now you'll be able to see the Fetter. There's no knowing what things are like in there, but hopefully this will help. When you find them, call my name. I will open a passage and pull you out.
Thanks, Xiao. You've thought of everything. Back in a jiffy.
Be extremely careful.
Paimon kinda recognizes this place from last time, but something feels different.
Take me up! Open fire! Open fire!
The path ends here. Should we jump down? Isn't that how we did it last time? Huh. We're nearly at the end, right? How come we still haven't found them yet? Also, it's kind of hard to tell that there's been a huge disaster here. It seems just as serene as last time. Maybe try using Xiao's ability.
Scrum!
Hey, that's one of Madame Lan's rattan figures! It just ran away! Let's go after it! The rattan figure is covered in feather. How did that happen? Let's see if there are any more. Why would Madame Lan leave her rattan figures here? It's like she's using them to cast some sort of spell. Well, if there's two, Paimon bets there's gotta be more. Actually looks like now? It's horrific. Get ready to jump again.
I'm sleepy. Don't fall asleep, Chi-Chi. You've already absorbed too much fitter. If you fall asleep, you'll never wake up again. But so sleepy.
Focus on my voice, Chi-Chi. You are not feeling sleepy. You are the most awake person in the whole world. Even if everyone else falls asleep, you are going to stay wide awake.
Whole world asleep, Chi-Chi awake. That was impressive. Didn't know hypnotism worked in reverse.
Even so, it doesn't really solve anything.
Hang in there, I'm close to figuring out how to get to the exit. Want to close my eyes and dream.
Fight it, Chi-Chi. Fight it.
Dream, huh? Alright, Chi-Chi, let me help you with that. Now listen closely, this is how your dream is going to go. Picking herbs in the blazing sun, Chi-Chi wipes her brow. Picking herbs, Chi-Chi. She finds a temple on a hill and goes to seek the Tao. Temple on a hill. An old priest greets her at the door. Surprise! Her name's Hu Tao. Hu Tao? She grabs young Chi-Chi with both hands and buries her deep underground. Bylek Rex Lapless, she'll never be found. No, don't bury me, Hope. Not so sleepy now, are you? No, wide awake with fright.
Drat! Hu Tao, we've got a problem. Somehow they've broken through my illusion.
The monsters, you mean? Monsters.
Don't be afraid, Chi-Chi. We'll protect you.
Hotel, Madame Lan, Chi-Chi! Oh, thank goodness we finally found you.
What the? Oh, so it was you guys. Traveling. Pipe bomb.
Oh, you frightened me for a second. I thought my illusion had been undone by a bunch of monsters. How did you find this place?
Let me guess, the Teen Quan sent you? I knew she'd act as if I missed our meeting.
Wow, so Hu Tao really planned ahead. She knew someone would come after her.
It's not as simple as that. This place is changing constantly. Director Hu has found the exit plenty of times, but it would always close before we can get to it.
Don't worry, we've got you covered.
You found them? Oh, the Conqueror of Demons is coming. Why, thank you. No need, I'll open the passage now. Monsters!
Drat! They must have sensed the new way out.
Let them come, it's their funeral. Courtesy of Director Hugh. This will take me a minute or so.
Hurry, we gotta fend them off.
I'll help you.
Closing in. Swift as the swallow.
Surprise! Opening box of Adepti tricks.
Time to go.
You see, Xiao? Told you we'd be fine.
Glad you made it out.
Excuse me, sir, but are you the legendary conqueror of demons?
You may spare the formalities. Is everyone okay? We're alright, but Chi-Chi absorbed a little too much fetter. Start from the beginning, what exactly happened? I was picking herbs, then I saw a hole. I tried to block the hole, but instead I fell in.
There's clearly something special about Chi-Chi. If I'd absorbed that much fetter, I don't think I'd still be around to tell the tale.
Chi-Chi's condition is certainly unique, but regardless, it was still a risky call.
Well then, let's get her to Boo Boo Pharmacy, shall we?
I'll take her. Your work is still not done. So you should return to Eugene Terrace.
Oh, true. We shouldn't keep Ningguang waiting any longer. She's probably as stressed as a slime in a hot spring by this point, right? Okay, well, we can discuss that later. Let's just head back.
Impressive work, Traveler. You were even quicker than I expected.
Paimon thought you'd be super anxious having to wait for us here at Eugene Terrace, but you seem as calm as ever.
If I can't trust you, then I really don't know who I can turn to. My apologies, Lady Qingguang. I promise I'm not usually late for appointments, but let alone a whole day. Hope you can understand. No apology necessary, Director Hugh. It was my mistake letting you go to the border by yourself. Don't say that. Even I didn't think the situation would get this bad. I'd like to know too, how dangerous is the situation we face, and how does it compare to previous cases? Way worse, like way, way worse.
Huh? So this isn't the first time? I've never heard of this happening before.
Well, don't forget, the border isn't part of the natural landscape. It's more like an old house that's gradually falling apart. So it requires maintenance every once in a while, sometimes every few centuries, sometimes every other decade or so. And of course that is the responsibility of the Wangshan Funeral Parlor. In the past, though, the worst it got was a few small fetter leaks. That's an easy fix with our secret art. It burns it all away, no problems. But this time is different. Inside the border, it's like the whole world has been turned upside down. Do you have an idea what the cause might be? Not so far, no. Maybe it's the Abyss? I doubt it. I haven't found any traces of abyssal activity.
You're thinking about Natlan, right? It did feel kind of similar, but not exactly the same. Is Liyue's border anything like the Night Kingdom in Natlan?
Oh yes, I've heard a little about the crisis there, but as far as I understand, the Night Kingdom is a true realm of the dead, while the border is more of a boundary world between life and death. Yep, it's a demarcation line. Life on side, death on the other. So if the border fails, souls will pour out and the whole thing becomes a chaotic mix of life and death, just like what happened all those millennia ago.
No wonder so many people have been aging faster than normal.
It's a symptom of death encroaching on the world of the living.
Then what should we do now?
Burning away the fetter won't do any good, because the issue is the border itself. Lady Qingguang, any progress on the 7 and 8 gates method I mentioned last time? Yes, we've deduced the locations of 4 of the gates, and we should be able to pinpoint the rest of the array before long. Well, already? Qingguang don't mess about. Several strokes of luck were involved. Our nation is blessed with good fortune.
Wait a second. That gates method you mentioned. Are you talking about the one from the sanctification of Tao Du?
That's the one. You've seen the state of the border. I can't think of any other way to fix it besides a complete do-over.
Do-over? You mean make a whole new border?
No, not the whole border, just the part that's been giving us grief, which is just as well. Reconstructing the whole thing would be much more difficult. The 8 gates refer to 8 key nodes in Liyue's ley lines. Life, death, repose, concealment, initiation, terrain, fright, and injury. They can be used to direct the ley line's energy.
And the 7?
That's a requirement for activating the array. The array master will select one gate from the 8 to subdue evil, cutting off its exit path by using the ley line's power to obfuscate themselves.
What do you mean, obfuscate?
As in, disappear from the ley lines completely, never to be seen again, taking the banished evil along with them.
Dang.
So someone has to die for this to work? But you can't seriously be considering this.
I think that's worse than dying, because they just completely disappeared entirely. Now, don't worry. That's a traditional interpretation, but people just assumed that because the lone butterfly sacrificed herself. But let's not forget, they were purifying a whole immortal. As bad as things are now, it's still a far cry from what they had to deal with. Besides, the border isn't completely ruined, so we're only fixing one part of it. If you ask me, as long as the array master can withstand a huge blast of fetter, they'll be just fine. Oh, do you have any proof to back up this statement, Director Hugh? My proof is that I know the most about life and death out of everybody here, unless anyone wants to dispute that. No one? Okay, good. Looks like we're all in agreement. In that case, we plan our next steps as soon as the Team Quan has found the remaining 4 gates. Director Hugh. Something to add, Lady Team Quan? No. There is something else that I'd like to ask about, but it might not be my place to do so. If you will not wish to answer, then please pretend I never said anything. Sure, what is it? Do you believe that today's border crisis could have anything to do with the Wuwing Hill disaster from over a decade ago?
Huh? There was a disaster at Wuwang Hill? What happened?
Some sort of natural disaster, wasn't it? There used to be a village there, but then there was a flood or something. It took a lot of lives, and all the survivors moved away. But that doesn't explain how Wuwang Hill became the dark and gloomy place it is today. Maybe there was more to it.
Phew. No, Lady Tingguan, I don't think these two events are related. Excellent, well that puts my mind at ease. Everyone, let's meet here again in 2 days. We should know the locations of all the gates by then. Alright, well I've still got a lot of preparations to make, so I'll be heading back to the funeral parlor now.
Sounds good. If we're all done here, I'd better get going too.
Wait, Long Yan. Paimon meant to ask, how did you know where to find Hu Tao? Did you already know something was wrong with the border?
Oh, that. Yeah, I definitely owe you an explanation. Why don't you meet me at the Adventurers Guild later? I just need to write a letter to my family first. I want to let them know I'm fine. And I also have some questions I want to ask them.
Alright, then we'll see you at the Adventurers Guild.
The nightlife here is so vibrant.
Take me up!
Traveler! Paimon! Over here! Perfect timing. I literally just posted my letter. Anyway, back to your question. Let me guess. You're probably thinking I predicted the border crisis with some kind of mysterious magic.
Well, yeah. Aren't the Lawns of Chen Yu Vale all experts at Chiman divination or something?
No, that's simply not true. Yes, the Chiman arts have been practiced in my clan for many generations. And yes, Wind Reader is listed as one of our ancestors in the genealogy, but my family are only distant relatives. We branched off from the main family line long ago. By my grandpa's generation, the only Chiman he knew was a few parlor tricks. Put it like this. My grandpa makes a living telling fortunes in Yilong Wharf, but I'm making more than him just selling my handmade arts and crafts.
Huh. So why exactly did you come to look for Hu Tao?
Because Grandpa's readings have gone sideways recently. The romance and career fortunes are doing okay, but when it comes to longevity, everyone's readings suddenly saying they only have a few years left to live. It gave Grandpa quite a fright. Fearing backlash from his clients, he closed shop and shut himself away at home, trying to divine an answer to the strange readings. But after days and nights of divination, the only clue he got was Wangshang Funeral Parlor. Right around that time, I happened to receive an invitation from the Ministry of Civil Affairs to organize a street fair. So I figured I might as well drop by the funeral parlor to see what Director Who might know about all this.
Oh. Wait, so your grandpa's divinations were correct all along, weren't they? The longevity readings were affected by the border crisis, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was the answer, because they can fix it.
It's certainly looking that way. Apparently every soul in Liyue is now living under the creeping shadow of death. But so far, we are the only ones in the know. Wait, that's the one I left at Miss Yingar's shop. It's actually a product of genuine Chiman art. It's engraved with an exorcism sigil to absorb inauspicious energy in their owner's place, so they won't come to harm. I had no idea you'd been holding on to it all this time. I guess it was meant to be. You're more than welcome to keep it if you like. When I first arrived at Liyue Harbor, I passed by a large house and felt a chill go down my spine. So I made a rattan figure and gave it to the young master there. Later on, I also sensed something similar around Timaeus, so I made another one and left it at Scent of Spring. Then I followed Director Hu to Wuwang Hill, only to find she disappeared without a trace. While I was searching the area, I found Miss Chi-Chi. She was stuck in some kind of crevice, and she seemed to be blocking something from coming through. When I tried to pull her out, we both got pulled into a cold, dark place, which I soon discovered was the border. We wandered around aimlessly for a while, until we ran into Director Hu. She lit some incense and was burning Feder left and right with a flaming staff. But there was just too much. There was no way she could hope to get rid of it all. Worse still, the Feder blocked off the way we'd come in, trapping us inside. Thank goodness you came to our rescue.
Whew, what an ordeal. Still, your family sounds more impressive than you let on. Didn't you use some kind of illusion magic in the border?
Yes. Actually, that and the rattan figures are things I learned from one of my cousins in the main branch of my family. She's been practicing the Chiman art since she was little. She's also the one I posed some questions to in my letter back home. Wow! Good guess. Yes, I want to know for sure whether sacrificing one of the participants is a necessary part of the method or not. I figured she might know.
Huh? But Hutao already told us it won't come to that. She said we just need to make sure the person can withstand a strong blast of Feder.
I certainly hope that's true, but I can't help but feel uneasy about it. I haven't known Director Hu for long, but I get the sense that she prefers to keep the truth bottled up sometimes. Sure, she talks a lot, and isn't afraid to broach dark and uncomfortable topics, but she really hasn't said much in the way of her own private thoughts. It's like she's already got a plan, and is keeping it to herself.
You mean, you think she lied to us?
I wouldn't call it lying per se, but remember when the Tianquan asked about the incident at Wuwang Hill from a decade ago?
Yep. Hutao said that it doesn't have anything to do with what's happening now. Are you saying they actually are related?
I just heard that there was a flood. But given everything that's going on, I think it likely had to do with the border as well. That would at least explain the strange weather going on at Wu... I remember my cousin saying that around that time, the Wangsheng funeral parlor set up an altar on top of the hill. I just assumed it was for a funeral. But now, I can't help but wonder if it was some sort of ritual to try and fix the border. Anyway, the ceremony was hosted jointly by two former directors of the Wangsheng funeral parlor, namely Hu Tao's father and grandfather.
Oh, really? Hutao's never mentioned her dad to us before. How strange. So you think there's more to the story, huh?
Yeah, but since she brushed it aside when the Tianquan asked her about it, I don't see how I can broach the topic. I've only known her for a few days.
Huh? You think we should ask her about it? But she's never opened up to us about family stuff before. What if she shuts us out? Hey, that isn't very nice. All right, let's go find her and take it from there.
Giddy up!
Hutao!
Taylor Paimon, what's up? We haven't spoken in 5 minutes and you're missing me already?
Yep, so we thought we'd come hang out with you. What were you looking at just now?
Something so amazing you wouldn't believe it. But I'm not showing you. Seriously though, you probably shouldn't joke about that. You don't want to jinx it. Jinx it? How? Well, the people in this picture keep appearing in my dreams lately. And none of them are around anymore. So keeping you out of the picture is probably for the best. Alright, I'll quit joking around. Here, take a look.
Huh? Wait, are they?
Father and grandfather. Huh. Wait, are they? Yeah, my dad and my grandpa. Without this picture, I'd probably have forgotten what my dad looked like by now. When he passed, I was still too young to understand what was going on. Everything I know about my dad I learned from my grandpa. So what happened to him? There was a border incident in Wing Hill about a dozen years ago. My dad tried using the art of Homa to burn away the fetter, but he slipped up and suffered a lethal exposure to it. He died on the spot.
That's awful. So, is that what made Wuong Hill the way it is today?
Yep, his mistake didn't just cost him his own life. It took most of the village out and left lasting changes on Wuing Hill itself. Thankfully, my grandpa managed to deal with the fallout, but that's not to say he escaped unscathed. He didn't even make it to 60 before he passed. So your grandpa was affected by the incident with your dad? Well, he never admitted it, of course, but given how fit and healthy he was before that, I would have expected him to have a few more years on him.
Sounds like you blame your dad for all this.
How could I not? It would be one thing if it was just a spoiled brat who never amounted to anything, but he was a genius. He was and still is the best spellcaster in our family for generations. Grandpa always called me gifted for mastering the Wang Xing arts by the age of 8. But by the time my dad was 8, he was already hosting rituals and incinerating fetter all by himself. Fixing the border crisis should have been a piece of cake for him, and he messed up. Who else is there to blame if not him?
But maybe the question is, why did he mess up?
Because he was unworthy, Director. Every past director has burned away all of their belongings when they pass on, leaving at most 1 or 2 items behind. My grandpa, for example, left only his hat behind, but my dad, he left a whole pile of stuff, including this meaningless picture.
But doesn't that show how much he cared?
No, all it shows is that he was unable to let go. And the fact that he couldn't let go is precisely why he failed during that ritual. He was too attached to his aging father, his young daughter, and the world where we were all together. That's why he hesitated in that final moment, because he was afraid to die. He lost focus and death won, taking his life and many others. In this line of work, we know better than anyone how hard letting go can be. We see it all the time, but as funeral directors, it's the one thing we cannot allow ourselves to fall victim to. Like Grandpa always said, we should live in life and die in death. That's the whole basis of the Wangxing Funeral Parlor's existence. Unfortunately with my dad, these teachings went in one ear and out the other. He really let everyone down.
You don't need to be so hard on him. Sure, he made a mistake, but he can't have meant for things to turn out this way.
You're missing the point, my little Paimon. It's precisely because he's my dad that I choose not to hold back. There isn't a father in the world who would disapprove of their daughter being outspoken, because a father's biggest fear is that once he's not around, his daughter will never get to be that carefree, sassy little kid ever again. So I'm going to keep talking trash about him all I want. And on the off chance he ever overhears me, I know he'll take some comfort from knowing that I never stopped just being myself and living my life my way. Anyway, so that's a brief history of Wing Hill for you. Anything else on the agenda? Thank you for being so open with us. Did you think I'd hide it from you? Nah, we're better buds than that. Plus, you did just rescue me from the border, so I owe you big time. Answering your question seems like the least I can do.
Alright, in that case, Paimon has one last question. Earlier, you said that no one will have to die when the array is activated. Is that the truth?
Yes, in my highly professional opinion, yes.
Okay. That's all Paimon wanted to hear.
Try not to dwell too much on all this stuff, okay? There are still days to go, so check out the street fair and enjoy yourself. You said it yourself, remember? Gotta keep a reasonable work-life balance. I'll see you at Yujing Terrace in 2 days. This time, we're gonna turn death to ashes. Dang. Blaming her dad for not letting go. Wow.
Today's the day Ningguang said to meet up again. Let's... Whoa, everyone's here already.
Hey, Bowman, did you have a good rest?
Yep, pretty good, thanks.
Since we last met, we've seen an uptick in patient numbers in Liyue Harbor.
Also, my cousin wrote back to me. She mentioned that people have started to get sick in Yilong Wharf as well.
Oh no, it's spread to Yilong Wharf now?
But as long as we solve the core problem, the fetter in people's bodies will dissipate and they'll make a speedy recovery. And the good news is that thanks to Tian Quan's efforts, we now have the locations of all 8 gates.
Woohoo! So what's the plan?
Tonight we will deploy the array and set up a Homa altar at each of the gates. This will enable the funeral parlor's secret art to incinerate the fetter. Since the gates are interconnected via the ley lines, the secret art will be amplified to all Liyue. Not a single wisp of fetter will escape its grasp. It's gonna be the biggest purification ceremony in the funeral parlor's history. Okay, so what are the locations of the 8 gates? You needn't worry, they're all accounted for. Actually, we already knew the locations of the first 4 2 days ago. Kaching has already set out the gate of life in Yilong Wharf. Ganyu is en route to the gate of concealment at Mount Aocheng. Baidao is covering the gate of fright at Guian Stone Forest, and Yilon will tackle the gate of injury at the chasm. As of last night, we confirmed the locations of the remaining 4 gates. The 5th is the gate of terrain at Dueo Marsh, which is the Conqueror Demons has pledged to defend. The 6th is the Gate of Repose in Qingse Village. This one has been claimed by Bubu Pharmacy Duo. The 7th is the Gate of Initiation, located here in Liyue Harbor. Lan Yan and I will see to this one.
What about the final gate?
Last but not least is the Gate of Death at Wuhang Hill, which, let's be honest, has Director Hugh written all over it.
Wait, so you've assigned all the gates already?
Sorry you got here too late. You trying to steal my job now? Nuh-uh, hands off.
But the Gate of Death sounds so dangerous, and you only just got back from the border.
You're right that it's the most dangerous gate, which is exactly why it needs an expert on life and death like me. If you have to take a gate, go steal the Teen Quans instead. Traveler, I appreciate your eagerness to help, and as it happens, Miss Lanyan and I do have a matter we'd like to discuss with you.
That's right. but let's discuss it once Director Who's done with you.
Wait, so Director Hugh does need me for something? Sorry, I went ahead and told them I'd be stealing you for a little while. I haven't had much time to enjoy myself this lantern rite, and come this evening I have to leave the city again, which means I'll miss out on all the lanterns. So I want to use the little downtime I have to go hand out some fortune coins to my friends. And I can at least say I did lantern rite this year. Fancy joining me for that? This is the one thing Director Hughes had to look forward to. Otherwise she'd have set out for Wuhang Hill by now.
Oh, so you were waiting for us all this time?
It's okay. Since time was tight, I already asked the Tianquan to pass along my fortune coins to all the people kindling the gates. I'm grateful for their help. It should have been B. Okay. It should have been B the funeral parlor's responsibility after all. Think nothing of it, old Director Hugh. Anyway, I have a few friends left to visit in Leo Harbor. Let's do the round, shall we? Why are these quest titles getting longer and longer? Look at that! It's more than halfway across the screen.
Let's run.
Utah Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, I didn't expect to see you here at this hour.
We are just about to set out for the Chingsi village. Guess we caught you just in time then. We're here to deliver some fortune coins.
You're in unusually good spirits, Director Who. Even pesky Baiju gets a fortune coin today?
Of course, there's enough for everyone. Here, this one's for you.
It's the sun symbol.
You're absolutely right, Dr. Baiju. In terms of your peskiness, I mean. So I'm afraid I won't be wishing you success in your medical and mortality-seeking endeavors. That would make things unnecessarily difficult for me. The sun symbol symbolizes peace and harmony in the world. My wish is that all shall be cured of their ailment before arriving at your door, so you'll be spared the sight of pain and suffering. I see. Dr. He is hoping that you go out of business, Baiju. Changxiang, this one's for you. Let me see. Ooh, a cross symbol. The cross symbol represents growth, prosperity, and balance between heaven and earth. May you soon regain all the power and memories you possessed in your prime. It's very thoughtful of you, Dr. Hugh. I assume you also brought one for Chi-Chi? For me? Yep, this peace symbol coin is for you, Chi-Chi. It symbolizes safe passage. In other words, stay away from dangerous places the next time you go herb gathering, even though that place doesn't have an S. If anything were to happen to you, or by Dr. Baiju. Why is it Mr. Baiju? Should it be Dr. Baiju? Would be in a real pickle because he'd have no one to study the secrets of immortality from. And I'd be affected too, of course. I can't bury you if I don't know where you are. Got it.
Aw, it's nice to see that Chi-Chi's recovering well from all that fetter at the border.
I am a zombie. Zombies can't get sick.
In fact, Chi-Chi insisted on joining me at the gate tonight. She's determined to help eradicate the fetter.
Bad fetter. I don't like it. It can make people sick and then Baiju has to heal them. It can also make people die. And then they have to get buried by Hutao. Too much trouble. Don't worry, Chi-Chi. Tonight we'll solve the problem once and for all. Alright everyone, we won't stay overstay our welcome.
One moment, Director Who.
What's wrong? Huh? Wait, what are you doing? So the secret art works even when there's no illness present. Seems like a sizable step forward for Baiju's research.
Tonight, you will stand guard over the Gate of Death, the most ominous gate of them all. It may not help much, but I transferred a little extra life force to you. May it help you stay alert and focused during the proceedings.
Hopefully not at a detriment to your own health, though.
You needn't worry about that. As your archenemy, why would I undermine myself to help my opponent?
Alright, well said. Okay, this time I really am leaving. Bye, everyone. Good luck, Yuto.
Where to next?
Take me up!
Oh, Yunjin, aka Miss Yoon. Also aka Director Yoon. Huh? Yuto, what brings you here? Oh, and Traveler and Paimon too. Is this about the other day? I swear I didn't say anything bad about you. They were just trying to find out where you'd gone. No, it's not about that. I'm just here to say hi to my friend, assuming that's alright with you? Yeah, okay.
Also, she brought some fortune coins for you.
Here, take a look. What are these? They're fortune coins engraved with a yardstick symbol, one for you and one for Jinyan. You're the top performing artist in all of Liyue Harbor, and I wish you success beyond measure. Could you pass Jinyan's coin to her for me? I haven't been able to find her all day, but I know she won't miss your show tonight. Thanks, Yuto. I really appreciate the coin. But how come you can't just give it to her yourself this evening? I love to, but unfortunately I won't make it to the lantern display tonight. That's the whole reason I'm here now. Oh, how come? You have something else going on? Just a little thing I have to do for work. Alright. I heard the Ministry of Civil Affairs announced that they'll be reviving an ancient ceremony tonight. Something about lighting a flame to dispel the smog. Your little work thing wouldn't have anything to do with that, would it? You're a sharp one, Yunjin. Yes, that's exactly it. Is it dangerous? Technically, but only a teeny tiny little bit. Traveler will back me up on that. You does right. Are you sure? Come on, Yunjin. I get that you won't take my word for it, but if you can trust Traveler, whom can you trust? I didn't mean it like that. Anyway, since you can't make it tonight, how about I sing the Sanctification of Tao Du for you right now? Does that sound good? That's so nice of you, but since you're offering, I'd rather hear a certain other tune instead. You know the one, right? Which one? Sorry, I'm a little lost. You know, you sang it to me before.
What are you talking about? Is this supposed to be a riddle?
The opera version of the Hilla tune. We made a bet and agreed that whoever lost had to sing lyrics chosen by the winner in her own style. The result was Yunjin's spectacular operatic version of the Hilla tune. You guys seriously need to hear it. Aw, Yunjin, don't tell me you're embarrassed to sing it now. The Traveler is here. What are you talking about? Of course not. Pretty please, Yunjin, just once for me. I really want to hear it again. Alright, I'll sing it out for you after the show tonight. How about that? No! I want to hear it now. Why? Oh, don't play dumb. You know why. Yuta's a sassy little brat who always gets whatever she wants. Mostly because she's so adorable that no one has the heart to turn her down. Life is grand. You are unbelievable. Alright, I'll sing. But please do not laugh at me.
Yay! Operatic hilly tune! Let's go!
Truly unique performance. I must look ridiculous. Thanks for indulging me, Yunjin. You're a star. We should go ahead off now, as long as I still have one person to give a fortune coin to. No, wait, Utah, to be honest, you guys aren't hiding anything from me, are you? Of course not. Put that thought right out of your head. Alright, then whenever you're done with your work, whether it's tomorrow, the day after, or whenever, come find me again, and I'll sing the sanctification of Tao Do for you. Let me rephrase. Utah Traveler, promise me you'll come and see me perform someday soon, okay? Sure, you got it.
Where should we go next?
Trapped. Trapped on the gate.
Let's ride.
Whoa! You got a new outfit too? You look amazing, Xiangling.
Oh, you think? And what does that say about my taste? Hint, hint.
Yeah, director who has the most exquisite taste in the world, etc.
Thank you, Gift. Technically, I sought out that Fontaine fashion designer and gave her a brief description of Zhongling.
Her work is incredible! Especially this Globa hat! It's just as cute as the real Globa!
It's great seeing both of you together dressed in your new outfits. You almost look like sisters.
That's a given. Oh, also, Zhongling, I got you a little something else too. It's a fortune coin! This career fortune coin is for you. May you go from strength to strength, and may the One Win restaurant get so many customers that it needs to be rebuilt 10 times bigger.
I don't know, Hu Tao. You're kind of asking a lot of me there.
Wait, I'm not done. I got 2 more coins. Family Fortune, one for Yijingqiu, and a Spirit of Vigor, one for Shangyun. I believe they've already left for Xinyu Vale, so could you pass them on when they get back?
Why get me involved? Can't you just give these to them yourself?
Because I've got to work tonight, and I don't want to keep them waiting.
Fair enough. Wait, does that mean you're involved in tonight's ceremony thing? I heard the announcement from the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
That's the one. As soon as the ceremony is complete, Xinqiu's great-grandfather will start to recover, and Miss Yinger's boyfriend will be as right as rain.
Wow, sounds amazing! So, is this what's been keeping you busy these past few days? No wonder we still haven't had that meal together. I bet you barely had a moment to breathe. Once the ceremony's over, come for food with us, okay?
Sure thing, sounds good.
Promise you won't stand us up this time?
I promise Traveler will hold me to it.
Okay, I can get behind that. If you're a no-show, I'm sending the Traveler to track you down and drag you back to the dinner table kicking and screaming.
Great, then we have a deal. We should head out now. See you later, Zhongling.
Alright, we've been to 3 places already. Is there anyone else you want to give a coin to?
Don't put any plastic in people's foods, Zhongling.
Paimon's so excited! What fortune are we gonna get?
Give me a second. Found it. Here's yours, Paimon.
What does this symbol mean?
It's a treasure symbol. My wish for you is that you'll always have an endless supply of Mora, so you can eat whatever you want, whenever you want.
Wow, you get Paimon like no one else does. Thank you, Hu Tao. Thank you so much.
Don't worry, I haven't forgotten you. Just give me a moment, I'll be right back.
Huh? Why'd you change back, Hu Tao?
Because I'll be working tonight. I've always been very serious when it comes to work. Look again. Do you see anything about that's different? Oh, you're right. Very observant, and all the proof I need that you spend your time staring longingly at pictures of me. There's no way you'd spot a detail like that otherwise. This plum branch is for you.
Wait, isn't this the branch from your hat?
Yes, and going back further, it's from a tree that I planted myself. Traveler, you have countless friends in Liyue Harbor, so I'm sure you'll get plenty of fortune coins. I wanted to give you something different, something that will remind you of me whenever you look at it.
Paimon doesn't like the sound of that.
Okay, then I'll rephrase. Something you can take a look at whenever you miss me. Just made it worse. What do you mean? I don't know what's going on through your head. Look, all I'm saying is I can't be by your side 24/7 like Paimon can. There's gonna be times when we're apart.
You scared Paimon.
Got a gift for you too. Wait, that sigil. Is this one from the one of the fabled Rex coins?
You've got a great eye, Hu Tao. It's a Rex coin. Although probably not the genuine article, because the Conqueror of Demons told us he couldn't sense Rex Lapis's power in it.
But still, the owner before us was someone very important.
Yeah, that too. So maybe it can keep you safe.
Oh, this is a really special gift. I'll take it. Thank you both. I'll stay safe, don't you worry. Anyway, it's getting late and I have a few things to get ready before I head to Wowang Hill. Besides, you should get back to the Ewing Terrace now. I know the Tinquan's still waiting for you. Don't worry, I got this.
Alright then, bye-bye! And remember, the sooner you get back, the sooner we can go for a meal together. And hear Yunjin singing.
Got it. See ya. It's so nice to spend this time with you. Oh, it brings you here. No tea drinking today? It would be unbecoming of me to sip tea in leisure while my employer toils alone. Aha, so you do have a heart after all. Have you made up your mind, Director? Throughout our history, we fought off many existential threats with whatever tools we had at our disposal. Today's no different. We just have to rise to the challenge. It'll be my first time using this array, so who knows how it'll go. But if I know one thing, it's that I must drive death back where it came from. I know, and also Traveler gave me a special fortune coin. Apparently, it's one of those Rex coins. You're more knowledgeable about this kind of thing than me, though, so I'd appreciate your second opinion. It is indeed a Rex coin. It symbolizes good fortune and may offer some use as a protective charm. Got it. In that case, after tonight, could you please return it to the Traveler for me? Your wish to return the gift? For what reason? Traveler reached Natlan and took a trip to the land of the dead while there. It must have been incredibly dangerous. He made it this far unscathed, so clearly he's blessed with good fortune. But his journey will only get more dangerous with each step, and that worries me. So if there's a chance this Rex coin really can keep a person safe, I want to make sure that person is Traveler. You make good points, Director, but have you considered that Traveler may perhaps had similar wishes for you? That's another reason I can't afford to keep it. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. If worse comes to worse, I don't make it back. I don't want Traveler to find out this coin didn't work by discovering it in a pile of debris. What if it upsets him? What if he feels like it's all his fault? I couldn't bear to see him like that. You know what I mean, right, Zhongli? I fear that I do. Your concern is that the sight of this coin will only make it more difficult to let go of your worldly attachments. It's like you're a mind reader. You know as well as I do that being too attached to a fatal flaw for a funeral director, it's a vice that's all too easy to fall prey to. But this time I must not repeat my dad's mistake. That is what's most important here. Alright, since we're this far in, I might as well just tell the rest too. If I don't return tonight, you'll no longer be a consultant because you'll be the 78th director of the Wangxing Funeral Parlor. Your work is far from done, Director. I fear there is no one who could hope to take your place. Live in life and die in death. If my time has come, then so be it. There's no sense resisting the inevitable. Nevertheless, I would urge caution. Focus on the task at hand, not what transpired in the past, and do not forget the rest of that saying. Follow your heart and do what you can. I understand. Alright, it's almost time. Should get going. It's a really beautiful day today. I should write a poem to capture this moment. A butterfly dances in a crimson bouquet for fear of the ominous rainfall that may soon show its face. With one last lingering glance at that carmine hue, she lies among the petals in the garden of eternal rest, as she sets the floral incense ablaze. The lone butterfly left, but not without a trace, a fragrance remained, her butterfly's embrace.
Ningguang, Lanyan, we're back! So what did you want to discuss?
I'll let Miss Lan explain.
Remember how I wrote a letter back home to ask about the array? Well, I got a reply.
Oh, Paimon remembers. So was Hu Tao right? No one has to be sacrificed, right?
Unfortunately, my cousin could not give me a definitive answer on this, despite scouring the family library. But given that the array gets its power from the ley lines, she suspects that the obfuscation requirement may be a rule laid down by the mountains and the land.
Basically, it looks likely that the obfuscation of one person is mandatory after all, because we can't violate the laws of the ley lines. Furthermore, the Gate of Death will be used to suppress the fetter this time, which is Director Hugh's gate.
So, you're saying Hu Tao has to die?
If my cousin's right, and as I said, she can only speculate, but she also provided me with a method that might just be able to save Director Hu's life. See this? It's a rattan figure I made for the director. One of many. In case you've forgotten, they work by absorbing evil energy in their owner's place, so they won't come to harm. With the technique my cousin explained, I managed to connect several of these rattan figures to the gate array. That way, the fetter blast will be shared evenly by everyone in the array.
Everyone has agreed to the plan. Kaching, Ganyu, the Conqueror of Demons, Chi-Chi, Baodao, Baidao, Yilan, Lanyan, and I will each hold a rattan figure. Today's Liawa draws its strength from unity. That is how we quelled an ancient immortal's wrath without the help of Rex Lapis, and that is why we cannot let the Wangxing Funeral Parlor shoulder the present crisis alone. Nevertheless, the danger posed by the fetter is not to be underestimated. The consequences could be grave, even with everyone sharing the blast. We would like to request your assistance, but the choice is entirely yours. If you have any reservations, we will by no means count me in.
What did I tell you? I knew the Traveler would help us.
I never doubted it for a second.
Then please, take this rattan figure. I'll link you up to the array right now. Huh? What's going on? This doesn't make any sense. I don't think I made a mistake. But it seems like I can't connect the Traveler to the array.
How can this be? What's the problem?
This should work in the exact same way as the gate array, by using the power of the ley lines. But the ley lines aren't responding to the Traveler, almost as if they believe he doesn't exist.
Oh, so could that be the reason?
It's true that the ley lines do not contain any information about me. Is that so? Then perhaps this is simply the will of fate.
I've never heard of anything like that before.
Can we find some other way?
I don't know. This is the first time I've run into a situation like this. I would write to my cousin, but I think we're out of time.
Yes, the lantern display will begin soon. I know this is frustrating, but given the situation, we have no choice but to release Traveler from his duty. We must hope that we will be able to share the burden on Director Hugh's shoulders, and we must have faith that she will return triumphant. After leaving Eugene Terrace, you spend some time staring at the Hugh Tao Raton figure in your hands in dejected silence. Before you know it, you've ended up in front of the Wangshan Feudal Parlor again.
It's already dark out. Should we go head to the stage?
I need to find a
Alright, Lantern Rite celebrations are about to begin. You don't want to miss the mission's opening show. So then, Yanfei, otherwise you're gonna fall.
There are so many people. And I hope everything goes smoothly on Hu Tao's end so she can get back here and celebrate with us soon.
She didn't over here. Huta asked me to give you this fortune coin. Why, she got this for me? So where did she go?
Lady Tianquan, the gate of initiation is now ready. We are good to go.
Thank you, it won't be long now. Director Hugh, good luck to us both. Traveler, Paimon, happy Lantern Rite.
Oh, Zhongli! How did we not think of asking Zhongli earlier?
Regarding the ley lines, you mean?
Yeah. How did you know that, though?
In fact, I have been waiting for her here for some time now. Zhongli, can you connect me to the ley lines? Since the issue lies with Traveler's unique constitution, I'm afraid that I will be of no help here.
Drat! Paimon totally thought you'd have the answer! Then, why were you waiting for us?
The director asked me to return this Rex coin to Traveler. Why? It's a gesture of goodwill from the director. She wishes you a safe passage in your future travels.
But what about her?
I suppose that will be up to her.
That's not good enough! Surely there's gotta be something we can do!
As it happens, there is one thing that comes to mind, namely if the 7 and 8 gates method operates according to the principles of the ley lines. The same must also be true of the obfuscation process. But since you cannot connect to the ley lines in the first place, do you see what that implies?
Huh?
If I can't connect to the ley lines, what does that imply? The Lantern Rite is about to begin. My dear compatriots,
Oh, look! It's Lady Ningguang! Wow! I didn't know she was hosting it herself this year.
It must be because of the ceremony, right? The Ministry of Civil Affairs sent out a notice saying that this year they're doing a whole ceremony when they light up the Mingxiao lantern.
as we stand beneath this lantern-lit night sky, I would like to pay tribute to the ways of our forebears. We pray for the cleansing fire that exorcises evil and for peace to prevail in our nation. Let the ceremony begin.
was almost out. Did we fail?
Did it work?
I believe it was a success, but
What's wrong? You two look like you've seen a ghost.
Director Who's rattan figure is broken. I can't sense her presence anymore.
What? How is that possible? You mean Hu Tao? She's... what are we gonna do? Huh? Where'd the traveler go?
it would seem that he had something of a breakthrough, so I sent him on his way.
A breakthrough? About what?
If I can't connect to the ley lines, I can't be obfuscated by them either. That means I can take Hu Tao's place in the array and no one has to get sacrificed, as long as I can find her, that is. Oh. She's not here, but these are her things. The flaming staff lies quietly on the ground as if aware that its owner has left the world. She's not here. Broken rattan figure. Do you remember who the rattan figure was made for? I'm sure you do. The fire in the altar has almost gone out, but some stray sparks flicker and frolic within the ashes in true Hutao fashion. Check the fissures on the tree. That crooked tree at the center of the border looks just like this year's Mingqiao lantern. There are some cracks in the middle of the trunk. They seem to lead to somewhere far away. Something just flew out of your backpack. Double domain. New phrase, Hutao, Traveler Promise.
Promise you won't stand us up this time? Okay, I can get behind that. If you're a no-show, I'm sending the Traveler to track you down and drag you back to the dinner table kicking and screaming.
Oh, they all burned away. The mortal ties. Grandpa and Dad, are you here to take me to the other side? How'd I do as director, huh? Did I do the Wangxin funeral parlor proud?
Absolutely. You did 1,000,000 times better than me.
That sounds sarcastic, man.
Our little girl is the best.
Good, then I can join you with no regrets.
We're proud of you, little lady. But we only came to see you because we've missed you.
I missed you too. But are you saying you're not here to bring me to the afterlife?
Live in life and die in death. My child, your time has not yet come.
Yes. The day of reunion will come in good time. There's no need to rush.
Look, someone's here to take you home.
feel? Does anything hurt?
Okay. Touche, Genshin. You made me cry a little.
You've been asleep for 2 whole days! If Baiju hadn't insisted that you were just out from exhaustion, Paimon would have been worried sick! Still, it is a relief to see you finally wake up again. Guess Baiju knew what he was talking about. The Night of Lantern Rite, of course! Hu Tao carried you here on her back. Paimon was so worried to see you unconscious. Thankfully, Zhang Li was there too, and he said you'd be fine. That being said, why did you sneak off without saying a word? Were you trying to beat Hu Tao's record for running away and getting stranded in the border? Yeah, Paimon knows. Hu Tao told us the whole story. Sounds like you did something pretty amazing. You've had a lot of visitors over the last couple of days. Zhang Li, Ningguang, Lan Yan, and pretty much everyone else you could think of. Most of them have probably left by now, but Hu Tao's still waiting out in the main room. She's been there the whole time. Anyway, you stay in bed and get some rest. Paimon will go get Baiju to take a look at you.
Been ambushed again. Dude, you still recognize me, so the feather didn't fry your brain. So glad. Looks like it can stop rain now. Welcome back, my hero. You are the real hero. Don't be silly. It's just the two of us here. You really want to talk in glib pleasantries? Because I can out-glib you any day of the week if that's how you want to do this. Alright, so how are you holding up? I'm doing great, thanks to a certain someone. Baiju gave me a checkup too. You look remarkably well too, considering what you went through. But are you sure you well enough to leave yet? You'll only make things worse if you power through before you fully healed. I'll be fine. Well, I sure hope so. You know, I was really surprised you came back to rescue me. You took such a huge risk. When did you become so reckless? I learned from the best, Director Hugh. Hey, look, Liyue Harbor looks so pretty from this angle. Let's see what everyone's doing at this hour. Those two kids look like they're in a hurry. I bet they're racing each other to the fortune coins. Lady over there, her cheeks are so red, you think she caught the sun. Yes, she must be waiting for her lover so they can set off fireworks together. Such a marvelous view. Really puts me in a poetic mood. Okay, I've got something. As for festivities fill the streets while lanterns light the sky like countless later times before, I dwell not on the twists and turns of bygone years, but remember this, that with each new day I receive the gift of life once more. Thank you, traveler. Happy Lantern Rite. Damn. That is a powerful ending. Okay.
Take me up!
what's up. Our get-together, of course. Yeah! You are free, right? You are not getting out of this without a very good reason. We're not the ones who held it up. That was Hu Tao. Yeah, tell me about it. She thinks being a director gives her a license to be a flake. It's like, unless there's a sizable crowd coming, it's not worth my time. But don't worry. We've agreed that this time, we're not gonna accept any more excuses from her. Oh? Who's we? Shincho and I. He said he's been wanting to invite everyone out for a long time. But given the situation with his great-grandfather, he never had the time. But amazingly, on the night of the lantern rite, his great-grandfather suddenly woke up. Shincho was thrilled. And he was finally able to leave the house. So we met up right away and made a plan. Wow, so his great-grandfather's gonna be alright? Yup. They had a doctor take a look and everything. He'll be just fine. According to Shincho, his great-grandfather has been eating like Paimon since he woke up. So now, the family's biggest worry is that he'll get indigestion. Well, that's good news. But somehow it doesn't paint Paimon in the best light. Don't worry, it definitely does. Your appetite represents an optimistic outlook on life. Always eat to your heart's content, lest your chopsticks wither with regret. Well said, Xiangling. Yeah, that attitude is exactly what got Paimon to where she is today. Yes, for real. Like Xiangling said, always eat till your heart's content. And don't lick your chopsticks. What was it? Don't worry. Save it for the dinner table, Paimon. Oh, no problem. But where are we gonna eat? At Yulong Wharf later tonight. Shincho and the others are still out there. Oh, and Hu Tao said that we'll be joined by a special guest. You'll see when you get there. Oh, Paimon has an idea. But she'll keep it to herself for now. Huh? Who? Well, we'll see who guessed right later tonight.
Take me up!
Oh, that's like super far away. Oh, right, because it's the... Oh. Well, it's definitely not where I thought it was. It's in T-Land. If we're talking the strongest, I'd have to pick Wind Reader. After all, he was the founding master of Kichiman divination.
Yeah, he gets my vote too, being my ancestor and everything. Oh, and also the Silver Swallow.
In that case, I'd have to nominate the two sages of Lianchan. It's always the one who live in seclusion. Ones who live in seclusion never show their skill, who turn out to be most powerful of all. Well, the books anyways. What do you think? If this were a martial arts novel, then I'd agree with you. But unfortunately, after reading Moonlit Bamboo Forest, I am convinced that the title should go to the White Horse of the Three Immortals of Tao Dio. She's got to be hiding some kind of secret!
Huh? Is no one gonna pick the Yunlai Angler? Even the Yuhong said that her sword fighting style comes from the Yunlai Angler's rod-wielding techniques.
Yeah, so they say. But I mean, fishing just seems kinda lame in this context. Although it's more common than you might think for anglers to be more than what they seem. Hey, you're all wrong. The greatest of all were obviously Old Man Wu Wang and the Lone Butterfly. Without them, there'd be no Fu Sheng funeral party today. Hard to argue with that.
Oh, everyone's here already.
You're finally here. Welcome.
Hu Tao, your hat.
Well, notice Paimon. Yes, I added another plum branch.
Ooh, so now you and the Traveler have matching plum branches. But, anyway, what are you all up to?
We're debating who's the best out of the 8 adepts.
Well, kind of. An open-ended debate, maybe. We've just shooting the breeze, actually, really. That's right, the only way you could settle a question like this would be with those special goggles they have in light novels where you can read someone's power level just by looking at them.
Has Shincho been getting you into light novels?
Welcome, traveler. My family tell me that you and Hutao performed a very risky ceremony and cured great-grandfather's illness in the process. I cannot thank you enough for your efforts. No matter what kind of trouble you may encounter in the future, you'll always find a helping hand at the Fuyan Commerce Guild. Team effort. Yeah, I know. My father and brother will thank everyone individually in the coming days. Why go to all the trouble, Jinkyu? Jing Chao? Save yourself the effort and just admit to me, here and now, that the strongest of the 8 adepts are the Lone Butterfly and Old Man Wu Wang. Then we'll be square.
Come on, enough with the debate already. Everyone's here now, so let's eat. Paimon, you're up. It's time to share your grand philosophy of life with everyone. Okay, one sec. It's like, always eat to your heart's content, lest you're... what was it? Ah, right, yeah, that's it.
Whoa, Paimon, you can't stumble through a motto you live by. It's bad luck. It'll make your life full of stumbling blocks, too. Come on, you can do it. One more time, from the top.
Always eat to your heart's content, lest your chopsticks wither in regret. So is it time to dig in now?
Paimon, did you forget about our special guest?
Oh, right! Paimon remembers now! Actually, Paimon guessed who it is already, but, you know, no point in saying it out loud or anything.
You don't sound confident. You don't have a clue who it is, do you?
Yes, actually. It's obvious who it is. It's... you know who. Traveler, a little help?
Correct. It's our very own Yunjin. So you haven't forgotten what she said all last time? Look, she's taking the stage.
Whoa! Isn't that the director of the Yunhan Opera Troupe?
Amazing. I never would have expected to see her all the way out here in Yilong Wharf.
Wow, sir. Wow. Quite a voice. Greetings, everyone. I will perform the sanctification of Tao Du one more time for all my friends who were unable to join the festivities during the Lantern Rite. My apologies for not being able to set up a grander stage.
Aw, that's so nice! She's doing a whole new performance for everyone who couldn't attend last time.
She's about to begin. Should have gone with Traveler into the border of that city. I get that you care about Traveler's well-being, but the fact is, it wouldn't have helped. I'd just have been an extra liability if something went wrong. Besides, Ningguang changed the plan and sent me through the chasm instead. I can't be in two places at once. If you're not happy about it, why don't you file a complaint at Eugene Terrace? And report the Teen Quan to the Teen Quan? Actually, I was thinking the Yu Yang. She's not afraid of a confrontation. Forget it. I'll let it go since everyone's fine. Wangshu Inn is a fine location. Alalea was a fine location. Well said. Boss, another serving of dew-dipped shrimp, please, with some dipping spices. And 1 almond tofu. Hey, the crisis is resolved. Why a long face, Tinkwad? Thanks to the Director Hugh and Traveler, the disaster was averted. But we still do not know what caused the crisis in the first place. I know you are well informed, Captain, so I trust you are aware that recently the nation of Natlan has recently endured some major events relating to the ley lines and to issues of life and death. Makes me wonder whether these events might somehow be connected on a deeper level. If they are, then this will be bigger than just Liawan Natlan. I'll send word to my business partners and keep an eye out for any similar incidents in the other nations. Right now, though, I say put those worries to the one side and focus on enjoying these stunning sights before they disappear for another year. But of course, you don't need to teach me about work-life balance. I am no Kaching. Is that right? Well then, why are you still wearing the same old hairpin? Didn't I tell you to use my pay to buy yourself a new one? I wouldn't dare touch Captain Baidao's Mora without final confrontation. Confirmation. What if you'd been speaking in jest? I'd never hear the end of it. Do I really have to go pick one out for you? Alright, suits me. Let's go take a stroll through the fair. Well then, when did our straight-talking captain learn to read between the lines, That's enough. Are you coming or not? Why not? Let's go. Still working on you? Sorry it's been so busy. Huh? Oh, ka-ching. No, it's fine. Nothing out of the ordinary. Traveler and Director Hugh are the real stars this year. That's no reason to diminish your own contribution. Of course they were the biggest heroes. But we played our part and played it well. The Ministry of Civil Affairs responded at record speed, did we not? Even though on the surface this incident looks negligible compared to the other disasters of the Archon War, it was a very close call. Things could have been unimaginably worse had we not found a solution. You're right. Actually, I have a question about the 7 and 8 gates method we ended up reusing. How come I've never seen any record of it in a UA pavilion before? Oh, you want to know about the origins of the array? Ningguang made the whole thing up. Huh? I'm joking. In truth, the letter with all the critical information suddenly appeared in Yujing Terrace on the day when we needed it. Even Neilon was unable to track down where it had come from. Wait, the info just appeared out of thin air? Then, wasn't that a bit risky of a strategy on Ningguang's part? It may appear that way, but if you think about it carefully, everything slowly starts to make sense. How many people in all Liyue could know about both the crisis and the secret art while also possessing the ability to deliver the letter without leaving a trace? I mean, Master and her friends? I see. The young lass from the Wangshin funeral parlor is rather impressive. One's curiosity was piqued when Rex Lapis chose to serve her as her consultant, but only now does one understand the true intent behind his decision. Agreed, and yet what a rare delight it is to hear such effusive praise from you, Clad Retainer. Rare? Pray elaborate a little further.
In the past, you may have uttered something to the tune of this. Though the last displays a measure of talent, it is nothing more than Shenhe or Ganyu could have achieved if placed in the same circumstances.
One would never deride others as a means of praising one's own children. The Wangshan lass displayed great determination and fortitude. Does it not make her deserving of a few words of praise? Certainly does. She is not the first. I've lived in Liawa Harbor for a long time now, and I can tell you that the Wangshan Funeral Parlor has produced generation upon generation of outstanding directors. Streetward Rambler speaks true. The immortal Taudu was not our friend, but neither was he our enemy. Had he not cared greatly for all living things and volunteered to sanctify himself to pacify the underworld, not even 8 Adepti would have been able to overpower him, much less the 8 Adepts, which, when he became the Border, he likely never imagined that mortals would preserve and maintain his new form this far into the future.
With all of that said, I realize the name of the young lady from the funeral parlor is still unknown to me.
The director's surname is Hugh, and her given name is Tao. Hugh, huh? As in our word for butterfly, yes? No, Hugh as in Mischief Maker. Then Tao must likewise be the Tao that means mischief in our tongue. No, in fact it is the same Tao as it appears in Tao Du.
Ah, so Hu as in butterfly, and Tao as in Tao Du. A fine name. Fitting.
Now Hugh as in Mischief Maker, incessant pestering and wanton gluttony.
I say, I was merely trying to liven up the mood. Why is Hu Tao permitted to make mischief while I am not?
The clue is in the name. If you wish to change yours from Mountain Shaper to Mischief Maker, be my guest. Why not have some tea? This is a rare spirit sprout cultivar that Rex Lapis brought back all the way from Chingsei village. It'd be a shame to miss out. May there be some good tea to share in the coming year. I am sure there shall be. Alright, gotta get back over here and do another envelope. Cannons. It would look great if we could add some green to the picture. I guess it doesn't match up 100%. Oh well. Ah, I wanted to make a face. Okay. Ah! Okay. I'll wait to do another envelope. Hey, Noel. Are there any balloon or cloud? Balloon or clouds? Was there a balloon? I don't remember seeing any clouds. I don't see any clouds. Is this considered a cloud? I mean, this is cloud-like, right?
I've got a bunch of interesting gadgets, all from my time.
Ah! Another one! Oof. How many of these are there? Okay, two more. Someone sent me envelopes? Oh. Okay. Forced to take a vacation. Ooh, what a travesty. Welcome to Genshin. The overworked one? The overworked one? A blue pattern. There you go.
I've got a bunch of interesting gadgets, all from my time with the crooks.
Let's make gift envelopes together. Of course! We only get to celebrate Lantern Rite once a year. We can't miss out on the festivities. Come on, come on! Paimon's got all kinds of design ideas. You're gonna... Aw, right back at you, Traveler. All right, enough talk. Let's get crafting.
Stars.
Whoa, it's beautiful! You know exactly what Paimon likes. Oh, here you go. Paimon worked super hard. It's gotta be the prettiest envelope in the whole festival.
Anyways, I gotta go
Take me up.
play Tetris. Or better known as Immortal Kombat. You going down, punk. How do I play this again? X to rotate. Gotta do it again. Darn you. Alright, 2 more. I can finally be done with this. You know, they kind of set that up to where you would actually win that really fast. Kind of strange. Alright, there we go. Finally. Yeah. Alright then. Hey!
Guava! Look at this cute hat!
I've lost myself long ago, if I allowed myself to be led by the whispers of the abyss. Surviving is tough. Taming the beast within is tougher.
Alright, still gotta do the fighting thing. Hey! Okay.
Show no mercy! Rise with the sun! Ha! Open fire! Bullseye! Bullseye! Locked on! You two! Time to end them! Get to burn it down! Light of the blazing sun! Take me up! Bullseye! Open fire! Locked on! Open fire! Knock them down. Fulfill our pact! Suffer the... Light it up! Wrath from the sky! Let's run! Locked on! Bullseye! Open fire! Locked on! Open fire! Bullseye! Hold on to your hats. Rise with the sun! Full throttle! Pyroclastic surge! Get to work! You two! Time to... Let my name echo in song! Ha! Bullseye! Bullseye! Open fire! Open fire! Open fire! Fire in the hole! Show no mercy! See, Lolene, it's time to shine! Burn it down! Wrath from the sky! Let's ride! Locked on! Locked on! Hold on to your hats. Fulfill our pact! Suffer the wrath! Light it up! Pyroclastic surge! Let my name echo in song! Ha! I'm getting locked on! Open fire! Oh.
2 billion for... Alright, one more to go. Dang. Okay, yeah, if it has crits, it'll just increase the stuff. So.
Rise with the sun! Open fire! Locked on! Open fire! Open fire! Knock them down. Show no mercy! You two! Light it up! Take me up! Open fire! Open fire! Locked on! Hold on to your hats. Fulfill our pact! Lolene, it's wrath from the skies!
Time to shine!
Ah! Bullseye! Open fire! Bullseye! Bullseye! Knock him down. Suffer the wrath of... Rise with the sun! Locked on! Locked on! Open
Die.
fire! Open fire! Let my name echo in song! Get to work! Light it up! Pyroclastic surge! Take me up! Locked on! Open fire! Locked on! Locked on! Open fire! Hold on to your hats. You two! Time to end them! Rise with the sun! Wrath from the skies!
Time to shine! Shower me with the...
Now I'll make it really worse for you. I'll put the 3 on the field that you probably didn't want me putting on there.
Open fire! Knock them down.
See, Lolene, it's...
8 million. Alright then. A lot of Spanish speakers. Why does she have red X's on her eye? There's some really nice ones in here. What is happening here? Oh, I'm supposed to like them or not if... Oh, whoops. Oh, is there a way to go back? No. Oh, dang it. I should have... Okay. That one's too weird for me. Did the receiver receive a gunshot? I don't know how to read that. Yeah, there's some really good ones in here. Hmm. I mean, it really doesn't fit in the bubble, but... They use the shapes in order to create a guy holding a present. Oh, you can favorite things too. Oh, okay. Yeah, but see, like things like this, like, nah. Nah. Okay. Oh, you're supposed to find every single person?
When you lose your way, gaining some altitude can bring some perspective.
Man, this is like deeper than I thought it was. Dang. They have some really nice ones in there too. Well, that's pretty neat. Better design skills than me. That's for sure.
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra.
Leo's really got a lot going for her.
I've been trying to get these outdoor furnishings going. The Flutters showed me what to do, and I finally remembered what she told me. And also, it looks like it's much easier than it was before. So now I just add these, and it should be the final pieces to the military exercise grounds.
If you ever...
So I got quite a few of them built so far. That one I have to figure out like where the special materials are. But I think I'm on this one to create in that one. So I got basically all of these. Once I get the outdoor sets done, go for the indoors. I do like how simpler they made it for the outdoors and indoor sets for me to figure it out. Like before, I could not figure it out. It's kind of like you place your stuff and you can't find it, so you can't find the special item you need. Also buying it or creating it. And then the other ones where you actually have to find it. And I've been a lot of places, so the fact that I'm missing some of the special ones in the other outdoor set means that it's somewhere that I haven't found. Even though if I go to Inazuma, you will see that I 100% completed each of the areas. But I'm still missing furniture. So it's like, I don't know, there's a bit of information I'm missing. And it's one of the things that drives me nuts, because it's like, I explore a lot of the areas. So the whole thing is, I explored everywhere in Monostat for sure, except for Dragon's Spine. I'm still 3% off. And then I fell off to where I just didn't like explore all of the Liwa stuff, but I did like most of it. And then when I got to Sumeru, I was trying to increase it. But there's like hidden stuff that I kind of couldn't get, like Vanarana, to finding all the Aranaras. I need to... It's going to force me to look at a map. That's why I held off on that. And then I did a lot of the desert. And then when I got to the new area, I did all of that. I even did all of this for the underwater area of the original city of what Fontaine used to be. And then the Fontaine stuff is like 80-90% as well. So it's like there's certain things I did. But I'm still missing furniture. You see how these are like all 99% too? The chasm itself is 100%. Economia is 100%. Seas about Gan area are about 90%. I mean, there are things I've done, you know? And it's like, how am I missing furniture? Drives me nuts. Alright, I guess that's it. What do you mean, Avatar? Oh, the new dress. Which I probably should put her in. That would make sense. Alright, Xiangling, where are you?
Hey, wanna check out my Guava coin purse?
Wings of the Soaring Flame. There you go. Alright, that's gonna do it. Alright, see you later.